Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. Three amigos ready to run this town. George, man, he's the Eagles.
Oh, welcome back to another week of the Vault Studio podcast. It's divisional, well, not divisional round. It's conference championship. I got there. We got there in the end. We got there. Don't worry.
I'm not worried.
I'm joined by JA again, of course. Big Georgie board.
It is my house. You have no way of getting rid of me. Respectfully.
We're joining him, technically.
Hey,
In my home.
when George is not here next week,
Are we bringing in the fucking the little fella? Why am I saying big?
Who's the big little fella?
Scotty.
Okay,
the bowling ball.
Do you call him the big little fella because he's little but he thinks he's big?
He's short, but he's big. He's basically a rectangle.
Shout out to
We'll
Scotty.
bring
He's
in
he's a big time
Mr.
square.
Square.
He's the meatball.
We'll
He's
call
the
him
meatball.
Square, the meatball.
I'll have to do another AI song if he's coming on.
That's a fucking brilliant.
What about, hang on, you wrote that your song?
Yeah, I actually recorded. Me and Post just got in the studio together. And
Post
just,
Posty.
no, the Posty that delivers. He's an amateur rapper.
Amateurs, right?
Welcome, boys. Let's before we get into it, social media,
Yes.
Twitter,
Socials.
Instagram, Facebook,
Like,
YouTube,
Share, subscribe,
Hit the
follow,
bell.
comment.
do it all. If you have issues with the memes I post,
They're so
you can message George.
Message me directly.
He's more than willing to fight you for
I'll
it.
tell you to get fucked straight up.
He did go soft with one this week.
Which one?
He didn't do it.
Which one?
He sent me one, and I was like, "Oh, it's funny, but I don't know."
You were the voice of reason.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't think I said no. Did I? I just
you
said
you didn't say no.
"Oh."
I sent it myself. I sent it to my brother, and I gave him a question mark, and he went with, "Oh, well, I didn't know where that one was going," and I went, "Yeah, it was funny. It's ISIS related." So
Oh, okay.
while we're talking about ISIS, let's talk about the Bills.
All right.
Let's
we're
get
on.
straight
Straight
into
in.
it.
Was straight off the top.
Why is Sean McDermott ISIS?
Because he brought up the 9/11 attack to like in a way like
As motivation.
not motivation,
That's right.
as like
That's
these terrorists came together to implement a plan on how to bring down the towers on 9/11.
Probably could have gone
He-
with just about anything other than that. And
Like that's how
Yeah.
he brought his team together, and they crumbled a bit like those towers too.
But it didn't take as long.
Didn't take as long.
There was
Wow.
like metal in the bones for the
Wow.
plane's fuel to burn through,
hey,
not bombs.
Josh Allen had a hell of a fucking game. They didn't crumble. They
I
had a
think
hell of a
Brock
fucking
wants
game.
to take the floor with. He's told me last night of training that he's got something to say about Josh Allen, and he wants us to strap ourselves in and listen. That's
It's
what he told me.
it's not just Josh Allen; it's this Bills team. They're killing my boy. They're killing Kempy. They put him in the fucking hospital.
They actually
We-
did. Shout out to Kempy.
Is he in
Poor
hospital?
motherfucker. He had a heart attack. Yeah. No, he had pain in his arm. We love you, Kempy. Hope you're okay, buddy.
Yeah,
No, he's fine. It happened before the game, but he gave me a right fright. He messaged me saying, bruh, after the game, and I was like, fuck, that was brutal. And he went, yeah, put me in hospital and sent me a picture of him in hospital. Turns out it happened before the game.
Yeah.
So he was
I haven't before the game, but he's all good now. I spoke to him
He's good,
yesterday.
yeah.
He's all good.
Shout out,
Look,
Kempy.
big time listener. Love
Shout
you,
out to
Kempo.
Nah, get well soon. But no, these fucking Bills are fucking shit.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Seriously.
Whoa.
There would never be a better chance to fucking beat Patrick Mahomes in a playoff.
That I agree with. At home,
and
for
you're
sure.
gonna fucking play like that?
No, that's fair.
You're gonna
That's
scheme
fair.
like that to fucking beat him? Like
Yeah.
seriously now.
Defensively, they were I feel a little bad for them defensively. They had no fucking linebackers.
Yeah.
Like-
they're both injured, yeah. And
Von
they
Miller
got no punt- they got
signing-
no punter.
The
Yeah.
Von Miller signing has fucking killed them because
Could be
he
the
did-
worst
he-
signing of all time.
Well, he did his knee last year, and did it? Was he? He was probably going to drop off anyway, but
This is-
doing his knee probably
Yeah, but-
didn't help it.
Yeah, but right, look, this is why you don't pay fucking old guys that much money.
Oh,
Because they're old.
I will never forget how fucking happy I was because the Cowboys were going to sign him, and then
Yeah, that's such a
basically.
Cowboys thing to do.
And
as
then
well.
basically the Bills, Jerry Jones was like, when they saw what the Bills had offered him, I was like, you go to the Bills.
Yeah,
Have fun.
yeah.
They were going to give him like half the amount.
He played 12 games this year and had 2 tackles. Do you know who has the same amount of tackles?
Two
as him?
Damar
Damar
Hamlin.
DeMar Hamlin.
And one more carry.
Absolutely. I'd rather have, you know my feelings on DeMar Hamlin. I'd rather
Right.
have DeMar Hamlin than Von Miller the way he's fucking playing.
I'd-
And he's about 20 million less.
How many sacks
In
he got?
value.
Has he got any sacks?
Zero. He's been a healthy scratching 5 times. Now he had some trouble with the law,
The Lord, the
Which-
Popo.
which mysteriously went away.
Yeah, of course he did.
Settled out of court.
And an envelope full of money. He exchanged.
He went,
hands,
here's
and
some
that was
money. Now I'm going to go hang out with my friend Antonio Brown.
it. Wow.
And who's the other psycho that I tagged you
Chandler
guys in?
Jones.
Chandler
Is it Chandler Jones?
Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
Out of
Chandler.
control. Who would have thought he'd have worse fucking brain damage than his MMA fighting brother?
Yeah.
Saying that.
Although I think his brother's a bit of a psycho too, isn't he?
Oh, and he's just
No,
just
he's
loves
not a
the
psycho.
drugs.
He just likes to beat his wife up, man.
No, he just loves the drugs. That's all it is.
Loves
Yeah,
some
yeah.
loves some coke.
He loves that cocaine. No, but these fucking these.
Was he
fucking
in his
bills-
ensuite though? Was he in his ensuite?
Actually, if they do a podcast together,
I
I'll
dead set serious.
fucking watch
I
that.
will, if they do a podcast, I will send them a message every day and I'll write day 2 of me asking you to come on our podcast. And I will do it
We'll
till
get
they
one.
either respond and go, fuck off, cunt, we're
Yeah.
never coming on. Or they're like, all right, fuck it, persistence pays off.
He's going to beat them down.
1,000
Persist-
days,
Look, persistence does pay off because that's how you got your wife.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
sure.
just churn away until they can't say no, locked in your basement.
Amazing.
I think
Locked
they,
in the vault.
I think they call it
I think they call that kidnapping, bro.
what's the thing where the kidnapper falls in love with the
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No. Yeah, when the
Terrible.
person
Are
you
you sure
kidnap,
that's Stockholm?
when the
Yeah.
person you kidnap falls in love with the kidnapper, it's called Stockholm syndrome. 100%.
Trust me,
I
the
thought-
psychiatrist told me and my wife. That's what it's called.
That's when you stay in a room for so long, you go fucking crazy.
No, man, that's stir crazy, not Stockholm.
Oh, okay.
syndrome. You
That
fucking-
checks out. Okay, back to the NFL. No, these fucking Bills suck.
They don't.
They
They
suck.
You don't
Come
fucking perform
on.
like that if you're a good team.
Mate,
You don't.
They're a good team.
Like,
Like,
they had a good game.
I've got a really different opinion on this game because
Josh Allen averaged 4.6 yards. in
the
air
Chiefs
per
defense
pass.
is fucking good.
So he's just going to throw it
The
to the
Chiefs
fucking line of
defense is
scrimmage
good.
every time.
Chiefs defense is good.
No, they came up with a plan that could
No, he
score
had some-
points on them.
He had some big
Who,
plays.
the Bills?
The Bills, they come up with a really. Do you know no one scored 30 points on the Bills this year and on the Chiefs this year? And in fairness, the Bills didn't either.
Yeah,
But they should have. They almost did.
almost did. Yeah.
No one's had more success against them this year in yardage, first downs, play complete. Like it's insane. Now the Chiefs defense strapped it up in the second half and got
Yeah.
a bit better.
Yep.
They worked out what they were doing and they probably should have adjusted. But in fairness to Josh Allen, he's got Stephon Diggs fucking sucking it up out there.
Yeah,
He's got no Gabe Davis. James Cook a dog. He a dog.
yeah. James
Cook, he's got some dog about him.
Brother's better.
They ran the ball. Who's better?
His brother.
Dalvin.
Dalvin Cook. You see him on the
Only
weekend?
'cause he's you had like 3 carries, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
Relax,
first-
bro.
his
We
first
will come
carry-
to that game later.
first
Sure.
went for 21.
Yeah, he's shit.
Welcome
It was
back.
all the blocking. It's all Kevin Zeitler. Yeah, I know you're right, guard.
Yeah.
No, like they're not a great O line. They've got 2 rookies starting on their O line
Yeah,
who
yeah,
have
yeah.
done well. I don't know. Like if this, all I'm gonna say is if the Bills don't have Josh Allen, they're a 4-win team.
Oh, I don't know about 4, but who is shopping them out with?
No, anyone. Oh, not anyone. That's if they have Mahomes, they're probably a 15-win team. So no, if they have a bottom 15 quarterback,
Yeah, well, no shit.
they're a
team that-
5-win.
Yeah, but every team that has a bottom 15 quarterback is a
Not
4-win
true. The
team.
49ers are in the NFC Championship game.
Not
Not true.
He's top 3 in the MVP race, you goose. He's not a bottom 15 quarterback,
Can't play in wet weather. Give me
Hey,
Dak.
Small hands. He's got small hands.
Small hands. They smell like cabbage.
mate. Come on, you're not gonna.
Well, we'll come to him later.
You're not
Nah,
gonna
I like
fucking-
Purdy. I'm just saying, if Josh Allen wasn't at the Bills, they're fucked. They
Yeah.
are atrocious
Yeah,
without
but
him.
you could say
He
that about
does
any team that has a top tier quarterback. They would all be fucked without one
Is that
because
not,
they got to pay their quarterback so much money.
is that not worth
They've got
though?
no other
No, I think
players.
Josh Allen's on a. I think there's probably 5 or 6 quarterbacks that are important to their team, like Josh Allen is, and Mahomes is one. Lamar Jackson's one. I think Prescott's one because I think we'd be fucked without Prescott.
Yeah.
I think he carries a terrible offense. Really,
Yep.
terrible play calling. I think Brady was one. He's not anymore. Like Tua, you could chop and change. I don't think Tua's that. I think if you put Derek Carr on the Dolphins, he'd probably be pretty good there.
Yeah,
If you put Baker Mayfield there, he'd probably be pretty
Yeah.
good there. I think there's probably 4 or 5 guys that are so important. Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
so important to their team that
Yeah,
if
Joe
you
Burrow's
didn't
good
have
one,
him, you'd
yeah.
be fucked. But and then again, Bengals went 9-8 this year without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that I think Josh Allen played so fucking well, and then people are getting on him for that late play where he had Stephon Diggs on the crossing route, and then he tried to throw to the end zone. In fairness
Right,
to him,
Yeah.
the end zone throw was open and it was a touchdown. And his left tackle, Deion Dawkins, who's a good left tackle who has talked a lot of fucking shit this year.
Yeah.
Chris Jones picked him up and threw him fucking back into Josh Allen.
Yep.
And the ball fell 20 yards short because he stepped on Josh Allen's
Yeah, that's
plant
right.
foot as he
Yeah,
went
yeah,
to throw
yeah,
it.
yep.
If he protects that, and this is the beauty of football, right? If Chris Jones doesn't get that pressure and push him into Josh Allen, That's a touchdown, and we're
Yeah.
maybe having a very different conversation, right?
We are.
So you can say, "Oh, you should have
We're
hit
talking
Stephon
about. We're
Diggs."
talking about how. If that's the case, we're talking about how Mahomes can't win a playoff game on the road.
100%.
That's
And
what we're
that
saying.
and that's the thing. Like everyone goes, "Oh, Josh Allen, if he'd just taken the underneath pass, the pressure wouldn't have got to him." It's like, hey, sorry, if his fucking tackle can't protect long enough in the red zone for them to run a post, that's the left tackle's fault.
Yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
think you'd find that if you ask Big Dion Dawkins, he'd be like, "Yeah, that's on me."
Yeah.
And it happens. It's
Yeah, of course, that's
Chris Jones, a
football.
fucking good
Yeah,
football
but
player
that's
too.
football, man. It's like
So-
two guys in top tier guys going at it, bro.
Exactly.
Like, that's it.
I think that in my opinion, we have now got to a level with Mahomes that I think we only ever got to with Tom Brady. Whereas you
No,
can't
he's not.
rule
On,
him
he's,
out.
not he's not on Brady's level. Fuck.
Mate, he's been to
He's
six
6 and
AFC
6, yeah.
championship games or Super Bowls in his first 6 years, and he's won 2 of them.
dude.
Should have won 1. I agree,
Mate,
I don't think he's Brady level yet.
he gets a lot of help.
But I don't
from a
want to.
lot- He gets a lot of help from the refs. And
Oh.
you can't change my mind.
Yeah, but they all do.
No, I just.
Joe Brady never got some help.
I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm saying right now, nobody in the NFL gets more help from the refs than Mahomes and the Chiefs.
No,
See that dodgy PI call?
yeah, but then they
Let's
ended up
set 'em
getting a 3 out anyway afterwards, and I don't know. It was a
Come
bad
on,
call.
bro.
It was a terrible call, but I don't know. They missed. They would have been playing a home final if they didn't miss the calls against the Bills last time. That PI call,
Yeah.
and no, it was against the Packers against Scantling. Like, I think everyone gets the good and bad rub of it.
Nah, fuck him.
I know you hate the Chiefs, but
I hope
I
the
genuinely
Ravens-
think.
I hope the Ravens run it down their fucking. I hope the Ravens run for 300 yards on them next week.
Oh no, I think the
I
Ravens have
fucking
a very
wait.
good chance of kicking the shit out of it.
I
don't-
fucking can't wait.
But I'm at the point now with Mahomes where I don't think you can ever bet against him. I think he's that
the most
good.
kissed on the dick player you'll ever see.
But other than last year's Super Bowl, where else has he been kissed on the dick?
All the time, bro. All
Hmm.
the time. You go back and roll the tape, and we could find in the last 5 years. I bet you we could find 50.
But don't you think like good players, like you said, we talk Tom Brady, right? He had moments in his career, like he had Vinatieri kicking field goals in the fucking snow.
Yeah, I agree.
He had the tuck rule, which it's not his fault. That was the rule, and they changed it. Like, Josh Allen, and they changed the rule last year where Mahomes, in
the
overtime,
The overtime rule.
doesn't
Yeah.
get. If that rule's in now, Mahomes doesn't win. Like, I feel like historic players like Brady and
But
what
don't
I
get me
think
wrong, he's
Mahomes-
good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad. He's a good player.
But he's had some luck. I think
He's
that's
had a lot
what
of luck.
that's what
That's all
happens
I'm
with
saying.
good players. And
But I think that gets glossed over a lot.
yeah, and it gets
But he's
glossed
had some
over
luck.
with Brady as well. Brady had a
does.
lot of things. Like,
And
don't
also,
forget,
and also the fact that Brady cheated also gets glossed over a lot. But we'll get to that.
it was Belichick.
one day.
That's the thing.
What do you mean? You didn't
Everybody
know-
fucking
what?
cheats.
What do
He
you mean?
didn't know the balls were deflated.
Oh,
Hang on.
I know.
James.
Why would they?
Now you're just trying to upset me.
Also, don't
And I ain't
forget-
taking the bait.
The Brady only made a Super Bowl at the Bucks because they called that touchy PI call on the last drive. Remember, the Bucks needed a first down to
Right.
not give Rodgers a chance to win.
Yeah, I guess the Packers. That's right.
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
got that, by the letter of the law, it was there, but it could have easily not been
Yeah,
called.
exactly.
So say good players.
That's what I said. Do you remember in
tend
our
to
chat
get
a couple of weeks ago? I said,
Yeah.
put the fucking whistle away, let the boys play.
Yeah, that's what you
It's
mean.
for
I
shit
know.
like that I was talking
The problem
about.
with the refs is that we'll never get that. We'll never
Yeah.
get that. Like, but this Bills Chiefs game.
Yeah, but in the AFL we do. In the finals we do. They put the whistle
But
away.
that's not
Yeah,
good
it's
fucking
true.
reffing though.
no, I think when
You
it's
got to
there,
call it.
I
You
disagree.
can't. You have to call it. You
No.
can't just put the whistle
In the
away.
playoffs, those 50-50 calls shouldn't get called.
No, because I
What
think
way
that's
though?
when they
What way
should.
shouldn't they get called?
As in, put your fucking hands in your pockets. Don't throw the flag.
So if it's not dead set certain, you just don't. You don't
Yes.
throw it
Yeah, in
Yeah,
the
okay.
playoffs,
in the playoffs. Yeah,
just like in the
I
AFL.
think that's
In the AFL, unless you literally put the guy in a fucking headlock,
Yeah,
they don't call for a kick.
yeah.
And I love that. Let the boys play.
No, I think the issue is there's different penalties. So like,
Man,
okay,
man,
but no, okay,
you could
no,
call
but no.
holding. You watch.
No,
you
no,
go back
I'm-
and watch film. You could call holding on every single play.
I know you can. No, but that's not what I'm saying. Okay, offensive and defensive PI. If the offensive player is pushing off, do you call it?
They never call it. It's one of the biggest issues with football.
They don't call it.
Corner would fucking suck.
But if a defensive player fucking tackles the guy or holds him a little bit, do they call it? What's the line do you
Should have
make?
the Rams when the
they
Rams made the Super Bowl on that atrocious missed PI call?
Yeah, against the
Should have that
against
been
Saints.
called? Remember the one where was it the Saints?
Yeah, the Saints.
The Rams won over the Saints. Remember when
refresh my
the
memory.
running back ran out to the flat and
Yeah.
the fucking DB just absolutely took him out. They didn't call it.
again, like I said, if it's blatantly obvious, like if blind Freddy can see it from the fucking
But
bleachers,
that's the thing. That's a
Yes.
bang bang call where if you see a video of it, it looks like a fucking penalty. Live action, you're not calling that a fucking penalty because the ball is literally going past the
I
cunt's
have
head
a bit of a theory
as
on
he
this.
hits him.
They should never show a penalty in slow motion.
yeah.
That would work.
I have a real theory on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Whenever you show anything in slow motion, you
Mm.
can be like, oh, he did push off. He pushed
Yeah.
off for a good 2 seconds, but when it's going that slow, it could have
Yeah.
literally been just feeling for him. you know?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of the time, the receivers look like they push off in slow motion, but realistically, what they're doing is they're reaching out to feel for
Yeah,
the DB where he
gauging
is.
distance.
And then the DB at the same time turns his head to read the ball.
yeah,
And what naturally happens when you're running that way and you turn your head that way, you lose power. So if there's a hand on you, you'll slow down.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily
Looks like
a
he's
shove.
pushing off. Yeah,
I have a thing like I think that should be a rule. You never replay penalties in slow motion.
yeah, you got to watch it.
And
in
refs
like
shouldn't
real
watch
time.
shit in slow motion. They
Yeah.
should watch it all in full motion and going, nah, you know what?
Play on.
Yep,
The,
that's fair.
the only thing they should watch in slow motion is if a fumble. Because
Yes.
you have to
like
slow
his
it
knee
down.
Were you
knees
actually
down or
were
whatever.
you shocked that fumble got overturned for Hardman? The one went through for the safety that kept the Bills alive, and I don't know how I don't know.
It looked like he fumbled it before his hip.
Yeah, I thought it was just so close that they would go with the call on the field.
because normally they do.
Yeah.
If it's borderline, they go with. The
I
call
thought
on
it was the
field.
right call, but I was
Yeah.
surprised
Yeah,
they
I thought it was the
overturned
right
it.
call too.
Mm.
I thought it was the wrong call on the field. Like initially when I watched it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fumble.
Almost a big fuck up by Andy Reid. Like when you've got Isaiah Pacheco literally running through fucking
Yeah,
brick walls out
literally
there,
brick walls,
and
yeah.
you need a yard, but let's go to McCole Hardman on a
Yeah.
fucking reverse. The cunt fumbles every time he touches the
Yeah,
ball.
I don't know. That was a bit. That was
He definitely, if they'd lost that game, he's definitely sitting in his office that night going,
what the fuck was I thinking?
fuck did I give the ball to McCole Hardman? When you've got Patrick Mahomes and Pacheco who was going for 8 a clip.
Yeah,
It
he
was
ran for 100 yards. Like he's
He's a
and in terms of like downhill runners at the moment, is there a better downhill runner than Pacheco right now?
maybe James Cook. James Cook runs
Yeah,
fucking hard. But Pacheco's, in terms of like, I think I saw a clip, I think the other day that was like, Roquan Smith versus
Oh,
Pacheco
it's-
one-on-one in the hole. We can't wait. Like,
It's going to fucking cause a rift.
yeah, like there'll be a
it's gonna-
black hole in Baltimore.
It's just been like crack, and it's like lightning comes down or something.
Don't worry.
Don't.
I was going to say the squeegee kids were there cleaning up afterwards.
Okay, good.
What was he going to say?
I don't know what he's doing. I was gonna-
Something about holes and
Hey-o.
We'll do it. Hey, we love B-more.
Anyway,
We love Charm
congrats,
City here.
congrats to the Chiefs, but and like that missed field goal as well. That was bad. They should. He really should make.
that's what I mean. Everyone's blaming Josh Allen. It's not his fucking
Yeah,
fault.
he should make that.
He had his tackle get blown up when he could have. If
Yeah.
he throws that touchdown and they win, they are sucking his dick forever.
That's
Allen. Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
okay.
And he played so well,
he played
man.
so well, man.
Yes, he
played
should
so
kick
well.
that field goal. It was fucking windy as shit.
Yes.
You could see when he hit it.
I am so
he
sick
didn't-
of games being decided by fucking
Kickers.
kickers.
Yeah,
I'm
shit game-
so
shit week to be a kicker. A lot of missed
fucking
field
sick of
goals.
it.
A lot of missed field goals this week. Actually, I think there was like 3 or 4 that I.
And Bass is a decent field goal kicker. Like,
he
not
should have.
like,
He should have. It was like 40 yards. He should have made
I
that.
think it was under 40. Wasn't it?
No,
Was
so
it
it was just over
44 yards, I think it was. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not easy, but certainly like
That's-
NFL
that's-
player.
You're an NFL kicker. Like you
At
gotta make
home,
that.
like the crowd was dead silent for you. There was
Yeah.
no pressure.
You gotta
There was
make that
pressure, but there was no like crowd noise. Like,
you got to
I
make
don't
that
know,
kick.
man.
The-
Yeah,
the-
I agree.
Hey,
the-
Buffalo. That's why you fucking build a dome.
Yeah, fair point.
Like if you don't want to deal with the fucking elements.
Yeah, but the cold is one of their things. That's
No,
like-
no, they should have like a dome. So when they have like a really good quarterback that can sling it, then you'd be like, all right, we're a dome team now. Like when you and then when you like Pittsburgh that fucking suck on offense, you'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, let's get in the cold. Let's
Let's get in the
let's
cold.
bring the game
We'll bring
element
it
down
down.
a little
Yeah.
bit. You need just a big roof.
No,
That's
they
what you
want,
need,
they want the
retractable
cold.
roof.
They got to play Miami as well, bro. They want the fucking cold.
I understand that, but like, if you want to win games and you don't want a shit to go to the kicker and you want to pay your fucking quarterback $60 million a year,
He's
which-
worth every penny. Allen's worth every
So
penny. He's a
worth.
gun.
I don't
He's
think
a
you're going to
gun.
get any. I don't think you're going to get any agreement with.
I know,
You
I know I'm not.
I rate him.
I know.
I
No.
rate him.
fucking
And
love Josh Allen.
I'm going to tell you right now. If
Just
someone
'cause
said
it's
to me,
all white
you're starting a franchise tomorrow, who are you picking as your quarterback? My first pick is Joe Burrow, and if I
You
can't
want
have
Joey B. Only because
Oh.
you hate Mahomes so much.
nah, fuck Mahomes. Fucking
I thought so.
There it is.
No, that's his brother. His brother's gay.
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
His brother's gay for babies.
Wow. I'm picking Joe Burrow, number
Am
one.
I wrong, Brock?
And if I can't have Burrow, I'm picking.
She was 44, the one he molested.
I'm
Thank you
picking
very
Allen.
much.
I'm picking Allen.
Years old.
I'm
Really?
sorry.
Yeah.
This is right off topic. This is package of the piece sort of shit. But
Amazing.
can you molest someone who's
Well, it was
Older than you?
sexual assault.
Sexual assault. Yeah, that's different. I'm like,
There's sexual assault.
surely you can't molest someone who's over 18.
He might have like reached over, like grabbed her by the neck and like
No,
pulled
that's
her
just,
head back.
I think
It's just
once they're
sexual
once they're over
misconduct.
that, once they're over 18,
That's just like Matt Patricia shit if they're over.
once they're over 18, it just becomes like assault.
Yes, yeah.
That's assault, brother.
That's assault. Anyway, we got.
Yeah.
Sorry for everyone out there. That's in. What's the
Anyway,
next
so
game?
I just think that this loss, I think it's going to take a little bit of time for them to recover from this. They really, you're right. You're right. What you said at the top, that this was their best chance to beat
Mm-hmm.
the Chiefs.
It's the Knicks v Jordan.
Yeah,
The New York Knicks.
They
Back
just
when
can't-
Jordan
they
was
just
when
can't-
Jordan
can't
won
beat
his
them.
the Knicks
Can't
couldn't
beat
beat
them,
them.
yeah.
And they weren't a bad team, and they just didn't have fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
And unfortunately the Bills have to get past it's Peyton Manning versus Brady.
Brady.
And then eventually Peyton Manning got past him. He got that one game where he got past him and he
Yeah.
won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like it will happen for them, but this is a problem with the new NFL. Teams are like Josh Allen should never play for another football team. Ever. Dak Prescott should never play for another football
No,
team.
of course
These
not. Why would
guys
they?
should never play for other teams. If you're that good at football,
Yeah.
they should keep you. They should be doing it because
What?
salaries are so high now.
Yeah.
And
Why would they get rid of Allen? He's
but that's
so
what,
good.
but that's what I mean. This is what teams do now. Like they panic almost. It's like Super Bowl or bust. Like the Bills went in the fucking playoffs at week 10.
yeah.
Those motherfuckers. If you're
Nah,
a Bills
They had a
fan,
good run.
if you're a Bills fan, you
If
should have
anybody-
fucking enjoyed
if
it.
Anybody in the city of Buffalo or in the building of
Yeah.
the Bills is saying to move on from Josh Allen, they should immediately just be fired. Like,
Yeah,
there's
I don't
no-
think anyone in the Bills. It's all the fans. It's the same
That's
with
stupid.
like it's exactly the same with Prescott this week. Like CD Lamb's mum came out on Twitter and was like, "Get rid of Dak,"
Yeah,
and then like all these people, and then
Yeah, but I
Dak
could- but at
Prescott's
least-
brother commented like, "Trust me, I've been trying to get him to leave that shit fucking city for years.
yeah, but I could-
You're all
at-
cunts."
At
basically.
least, at least I could
Rain
sort of
Dakota.
like, you could sort of make an
Yes.
argument though. Like, take your Cowboys hat off for a second. You can make an argument that the Cowboys should move on from.
only if
from
you've got
Dak.
only if you've got a plan.
No, you can make an argument that Dak should get the fuck out of Cowboys.
You could,
Right.
I can make
Well,
an
yeah,
argument
they
that
do.
if Dak goes to another team, another team,
Mm.
they fucking have a better. He has a better chance of winning a Super Bowl comfortably because he doesn't have the fucking curse of the Dallas Cowboys hanging off.
Who?
Denver. You reckon Dak in Denver is not better than fucking Russell Wilson? You
Yeah.
reckon Dak in New York
Yeah,
is
but
not better than?
they're not going to be any better than what the Cowboys are now.
No, but they don't have that. Like the problem with and we've talked about this last week. The problem with the Cowboys now is the
Yeah.
pressure around.
They
it.
don't have that mental.
Prescott could go to the fucking Saints, right?
Yeah, but
And all of a sudden, them making the playoffs is a success, and there's no pressure on them.
Mm.
Like, how's everyone?
Yeah, but
the
that's-
prime
that's-
example is Baker Mayfield, right?
that's not the NFL's fault. That's your fans, bro. That's
I
your
agree.
owner's fault.
I agree.
Your owner
That's
still
what I'm
thi-
saying.
Your
I
owner
agree
still
with
thinks
you.
it's 1991 and he's got
But
Emmitt Smith.
I can
in the
tell you whose
backfield.
fault it isn't. It's not Dak Prescott's fault.
No, I didn't say
That
it was.
motherfucker has put his heart in. That's what I mean. That's why you don't move on from
I
guys
didn't,
like
I
that.
didn't say I didn't
No.
say that he's a bad person. I just don't think that he's a very good quarterback. That's what I'm saying. I think he's
disagree entirely.
I think he's like 15th.
I think no,
Oh,
no,
no.
fuck
Yeah,
no.
bro. He's had a good year this year. He's had a good year this year.
He's a top 10 quarterback without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Let's agree to disagree.
No, I said you're right. This year's accelerated him a lot.
This year, if you
Well, when
if-
I did my top 10, I think I had him at 10, didn't I?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So now after this season, yeah, he's probably a little bit higher. But like I said, like if you put him at Tampa Bay instead of Baker, they're a much better football team. And
Probably.
if Baker's at the Cowboys, he's fucked. He's falling apart.
probably
He's not even making it halfway through the season.
he couldn't handle the pressure in Cleveland,
Yeah.
let alone in fucking Dallas.
That's what I mean. Like he's falling apart. It takes a special person to deal with that sort of shit. It's like a Yankees player. It's like all these high level. I imagine in soccer, it's like being a Manchester United
Yeah.
star. Like
Yeah.
it's pressure. And so yeah. Anyway, we got right off topic, but I think
That's okay.
yeah,
I like
I think walking away from Josh Allen would be the dumbest fucking.
No,
thing.
there's no way you couldn't.
And
do
you
it.
know what? And the same with a lot of these quarterbacks, and it's the same. The Bucks have this decision now too. It's like I heard this story once where this guy was like, "Oh, I'm not real. I think I can do better than my missus, right? I think I can do better than her." So he goes home that night and he makes a fake Tinder account for her. This chick had 1,500 swipe rights in 24 hours, and he's just like, "Yep, just deleted it."
yeah,
It's like, you know what? I'm quite comfortable.
Yeah.
That's like Josh Allen, Prescott, Baker will be the same this
Yeah.
offseason. If the Bucks don't bring them back, there are fucking 20 other teams that are like,
if
we'll have him.
if Josh Allen hit the open market,
Oh.
there'd be 30 teams going for him.
Mate, Robert Saleh would be dumping fucking Aaron Rodgers in a bin out the front. Being
Everyone.
like, sorry,
Everyone,
mate.
everyone other than other than the Chiefs will be going for him.
Bengals probably with Burrow.
Oh, and Bengals. Yeah,
Ravens. There's probably like 5 teams that aren't at least going.
We'll make a call.
Because like I said, if I'm a Cowboys fan and they say, "Hey, we got rid of Dak, but Josh Allen's coming in," I'm like, "Love you, Dak. Appreciate everything you've done. Enjoy whatever team picks you up because there's going to be plenty. You're probably going to be as soon as Josh Allen signed, all those teams will come to you. But thank you very much.
I'd have Allen in Philly over Hurts in the blink of an eye.
But that's it.
Because he's white, tall, handsome, and a gunslinger. Yeah.
What the Bills have to do, though?
You know what, as well? I noticed on the weekend, he's sorry.
He was
bro.
talking,
Sorry, bro.
George.
He's fucking tough, too. Like, he's tough,
He's
man.
an animal.
He's not afraid to fucking run the
He's
ball.
huge.
He puts his fucking shoulder down and he runs into people, man.
Scored
I love
50
that.
touchdowns this year, Josh Allen.
Yeah. What the Bills have to fucking do, though,
Mm.
they have to realize you can't just get a star fucking quarterback and go, oh, let's get a fucking star receiver.
You just hate the
That will
Bills.
fucking work. No.
No, Bills have work to do.
Of course
They-
they do.
No, but it doesn't- you don't just
They've
get a
had a lot
fucking
of injuries, though.
You don't
Yeah.
get a fucking star receiver. You go get 3-4 receivers for your number one fucking quarterback to work with.
In
You
fairness,
can't
like
fucking rely on
Gabe
prima
Davis
donna.
not playing sucked.
Yep.
Stephon Diggs is a fucking cockhead. Like
Yeah.
when he's not interested, he's not interested.
He won't be back.
That's
He
why you
won't
don't
be back.
I don't
fucking
think
pay
he will.
receivers.
You know where
that
Stephon
fucking
Diggs will
much.
end up.
Cowboys.
I
Yeah.
fucking
I know.
it.
Yeah.
I know it.
I see a homecoming with the Vikings.
No, Trayvon. He'll play him with his brother.
Yeah, no, he'll
They've
go to the
talked about it
Cowboys.
since
He'll
he
go
got
to the Cowboys because
drafted.
of his brother. That's why I thought the same thing.
Fucking guarantee you, if he's cut, the Cowboys will get him. Now, is he an upgrade on Michael Gallup? Probably.
Yes.
He's probably an upgrade on Brandon Cooks, in fairness.
Yeah,
So,
of course he's an
I'm not going
upgrade
to
on
hate
Brandon
it. As long as we've
Cooks.
got C there, I'm not going to hate it.
Fuck the
Of course
Cowboys.
it's an upgrade.
Anyway, who's
They're not in
next?
the playoffs
Who's
anymore.
next?
Where is the love? Where is the love? I'm asking,
Uh,
where is the love?
Back in Green Bay.
The love's here, man.
The love's here.
Go, Pack, go. Back
Yeah.
fucking home, in the words of George Kittle. Seriously,
Is that what
George
he
Kittle's
said?
going down in my books. He was on the Pat McAfee show
Yeah.
giving AJ Hawk a bit of shit. And he was like, yeah, go, Pack, go. Back to fucking Wisconsin.
Oh,
I'm like, it was funny in the moment. 'cause
that's
There's a bit of,
that's
but I'm
pretty,
just like,
that's pretty tacky, bro.
AJ Hawk's response was, hey, you got to win an NFC championship game first. Kittle went, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, the 49ers
That's pretty tacky.
pissed me off because they were their media team, their ticked Twitter account was trolling Cowboys and who else lost in the first round of the NFC? Who'd the Bucks
Eagles.
beat? And the Eagles. Sorry,
Yeah.
they were trolling them last week, and it's like, motherfuckers, you haven't even won a game yet.
Yeah,
Like
haven't
you
done
still got to
anything
win 3 games to win a Super Bowl.
Mm.
And if you don't win a Super Bowl this year, that is a letdown for you because you have probably the best team in the NFL, maybe
at
second.
At a minimum, they have to make the Super Bowl.
I
At a
mean, that's
minimum. At a
anything
minimum.
less than that's a disappointment for them, like a bitter disappointment.
Yeah. They got
So-
to make it. They got to make a pass mark to make the Super Bowl.
So Green Bay came in and like,
Hey,
I've spoken-
Jordan Love had a hell of a game, man.
mate,
He played
Green Bay
great.
Packers fucking screwed the pooch. They should have
Yeah.
won this game.
Yeah,
They had
I agree.
5 red zone trips before the 49ers even got into the red zone.
Yeah.
They could have Cowboysed the fucking 49ers
Yeah.
as well. That's what they did to the Cowboys, but they didn't score touchdowns this
Yep.
week. So they left the door open.
Yep.
And then in credit, the 49ers defense came out in the second half, which
Second
is
half,
what
are much better.
the
Yeah,
bitch boys couldn't do. And
Yep.
they didn't grab their ankles. They fought back and
Yep.
fought themselves back. But they 100% survived this game. This was
Yeah,
a
I agree.
scare and a fucking half. And
Yeah.
they were not the better team. Purdy was not the better
I don't know
quarterback.
what was happening with the play calling too. Like Shanahan just kept trying to pass the ball. It's like it's wet, it's cold. Just run the fucking ball, man. Like, what are you doing?
Debo getting hurt didn't help him.
You
either.
know, it didn't help.
Just another game that the kicker fucked a team.
Moody,
as well.
who they drafted in the
Yeah.
4th fucking round.
No.
Oh, sorry, the Packers,
Packers
kicker.
kicker.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard what they fucking said about him?
What they say?
Like what LaFleur said about him before the game.
He closes his eyes and just hopes when he
Yeah,
goes out.
when he goes
Oh,
out there,
wow.
he closes his eyes and prays that he hits it.
Geez, that's not a
Like that's no faith in your fucking kicker. Go get a fucking kicker you have faith in. Then
yeah.
there's a fucking million of them
Jeez, I'm
on
not sure.
Instagram.
I'm not sure I'd be saying
that
that
can kick a
publicly.
fucking
That's
field
bit
goal.
silly. I wouldn't be saying that publicly. I wouldn't even be saying that privately.
I think he's saying it because
He's gone. Yeah, all right, but still, like, come on, bro, have some class.
look, I think this game will go 2-way for the 49ers. It's the scare they needed. You get the bye. Like the Ravens got it for the first half,
Yeah, we'll get to them. The first
and then they
half,
came out and fucking rolled. Like the difference there was that Lamar took over. I don't think Brock Purdy can take over
No,
again.
he can't. He relies on everyone else to take over. For him.
And that's me not saying he's a bad player
He's not a
or
bad
that I
player.
don't like. Like I actually saw a meme the other day that was like, "How did Brock Purdy become one of the most hated players in the NFL with his story?"
Yeah.
Like if he's Jared Goff in Detroit right now, we're celebrating him. It's because
I'm not hating on him at all.
Nah,
I've never
it's
hated
because
on
everyone
him at
hates
all.
the fucking 49ers because
Yeah.
their fans are arrogant.
I
pricks.
just don't want him. I just don't want the players and the media team talking shit. Like just play football, man.
Yeah,
Like, what do you got
I said
going?
I've got really over George Kittle this year. I
Yeah.
think he needs.
Even
And,
Debo and all this, and like him and AJ Brown going back. And
well, that
forth.
was more AJ Brown, but
Yeah,
you're
no,
right.
but still.
Just if I'm
Just
Debo,
shut
I'm
the
just
fuck up and
I
play
just feel
football.
like yeah, cool, bro. In the words of Jason Kelsey, I don't play dress ups. I play football.
man. Exactly. What are you doing, bro?
Actually, we didn't mention Jason Kelsey
He
in the
retired.
in the stands in the
in the
Chiefs.
Chiefs game. Yeah. That was cool.
Fuck me
cool.
sideways. He grabbed a little kid and passed him into Taylor Swift. Taylor
Yeah.
Swift's like,
No.
what are you doing?
She just held him up. So,
out at the door.
so like so Taylor could see her sign
Yeah.
that she made for Taylor.
Yeah.
I've got to. Actually,
That's a fucking
and
dad.
I wanted to read this out. This was a Chiefs beats writer. He wrote,
Yeah. Beat right. Yeah. Okay.
Travis Kelsey declined talking to the media after the game, deferring until next week. But I did ask him if he believed his brother, shirtless, jumped out of the suite, hammered a beer, and then jumped back into the suite.
Yep.
He laughed and shook his head and said, "We're athletic, man." So he skipped the bit that he sculled a beer and jumped back. He was like, "We're athletes. What do you want? You can't believe he jumped in and out of the room."
Did
I
you
love
see?
him.
Did you see Travis Kelsey throwing up the Taylor Swift hard hands as well?
Oh, you've got a tough gig this week, mate.
Oh,
Because I guarantee you, if the NFL want one thing, it's Taylor Swift involved in the Super Bowl. But anyway, that's
Do they ever?
you got a show that night?
Has she?
Yeah,
In
in Tokyo. She can make it. She can make it.
she uses all that jet fuel that she's been so trying to keep to herself for so long.
She went to a
Packers.
Jets game.
I guess Packers to finish up on them. Great season for
No,
them.
I think this
Their
is a
run down
real
the stretch
positive
was
for them.
insane.
Super positive for them. Like
Yeah.
you know, they've established that Love's going to be their QB1.
Yeah.
They've got their fucking their gun running back. Well, LaFleur's a fucking gun coach. I rate LaFleur as a coach massively and as a play caller.
Yep.
Like you know, it's clear.
Shanahan guy.
Yeah, it's
Shanahan
clear
guy?
that they're gonna work together. They're gonna scheme up. You know whatever they need to scheme for Love.
Plenty
to be
of salary
successful.
cap too.
They got plenty of cap.
They have to re-sign Love next year as well.
Okay,
So he's going into his fourth year.
you know
next
you
year.
give him a you give him a 4-year, $120 million deal and go here you go. Thanks for
He'll
coming.
get 40 million.
He'll
But you
get-
just backload him. So then if he's not the guy you think down the stretch, you can cut him and
Cut him.
not have to pay him 60
not have to
million.
pay him $60 million. Yeah.
I think 49ers got away with it. I believe that firmly. But we'll talk a bit of 49ers later when we go through to the NFC Championship games. What's next, Brocky?
Bucks and the bad NFC
Yeah.
NFC South comes to an end.
No, like, hang on. I don't know about bad NFC. Like, I mean, obviously the NFC South is bad, but you know,
It's atrocious.
like the Bucks played well, man. They stuck around.
no,
they stuck with the Lions.
That's not what I'm saying. They're bad. Like they're a good team.
Yeah.
the Bucks played a good game. Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield launched the ball.
Yeah,
all
man.
over
He
the
had
park.
a good game.
He's a good quarterback.
I'm the first one to shit on him too.
How
I'm the
much
first
money
one.
does Baker Mayfield get from the Bucks?
I think he's going to come in on a real friendly deal.
He
Very
did. He
odd.
said something today because they've got to re-sign Mike Evans too,
Yeah,
and he basically
Mike Evans had a hell of a game too. He played so well.
He's so fucking.
He's so
Mike
good.
Evans.
Like fuck, he's so good.
I actually think for the future of Baker's career, re-signing with the Bucks isn't the right move.
Why?
Where would you take him?
They're older. Mike Evans is getting older.
True.
In his,
Yeah, true.
Going into his 13th year, I think, maybe
Yeah.
12th year.
Right?
So he's going to start dropping off soon.
Sure.
Godwin isn't the guy he used to be before his knee injury.
Sure.
Now he might bounce back. I don't know. But they're not. I think their talent's running out. Levante David's one of their best defensive players. He's into like his 16th year now.
Yeah.
Barrett, the defensive end, he's really, really dropped off. They don't have a lot of young talent coming through yet. So I don't think I think he will stay there. I think he's liked it and they've backed him and he's done a good job.
I think he's played well there, man.
But I think they're a real they could drop out of the playoffs straight away next year. That'd be one of my if you could ask me
Yeah.
which teams drop out of the playoffs next year, the Bucks would be my number one. They
Right.
wouldn't. They only went 9-8 this year. They
Yeah.
weren't great.
Yeah,
but Baker's
the
run.
South but the South is terrible though.
That's what I mean. So they should have won more because they should have been kicking the shit out of the Saints. The Panthers won 2 fucking games,
Yeah.
right? I think they did beat them twice.
They went 4-2 in their division.
Yeah, like I guess so. Yeah,
That's
why
pretty
they
good, bro.
4-2. In your, it's what I mean. So they only made the playoffs. They won half their games from their division,
Yeah, but okay, good.
which means they're not that good a team They haven't
They're
beaten
not.
anyone
They're not a
else.
good team. But my
Yeah.
point is, like, if I was Baker, I would stay purely because the South is so shit.
Yeah, I think it's well, it depends what Bill Belichick does.
Well, if he goes to Atlanta, yeah,
Goes into Atlanta and they get a quarterback.
They're
it's a
immediately
different
going to
world.
be better, yeah. Because
Yeah.
and people are going to want to go and play for him. That'll then become a destination club.
Cam Newton could even come back.
I heard that. I heard that. He's like, oh,
Do you know what I'm talking?
he goes, I only want if I come back, I only want to play for Atlanta. It's like does Atlanta
Every
want you to
time
play,
I
bro?
hear Cam Newton talk, I lose brain cells.
No, he did actually have a very good fucking point about Brock Purdy. I'll find the clip. I'll
Is
send.
this on the Barstool Sports thing?
No.
What did
He
what did
was
say
on
about that?
Barstool Sports, and 90% of what he said, I was like,
Let me
just shut the fuck up, Cam Newton. Like,
find it. Our boy Bilbo sent it to me a couple of weeks ago, and it was about what he did for Carolina to what Brock Purdy's doing for the fucking San Fran, and like Cam Newton gets looked as like a bum now, and he
he's
wasn't
not a
actually
bum.
that-
No,
He
I
wasn't-
think he's a dickhead.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think I think he was he was a terrific player.
Why do you think he's a dickhead?
Because everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm just like, what? Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, mate. He makes no sense half the time. I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't like his personality.
I've got the clip.
Back. This is why Cam feels the way he does, honestly. Because Cam Newton carried
Is he talking about
teams
himself?
on his back
Oh.
with less talent. You look at who he's looking at with Brock Purdy, Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. Them boys can play. Look at Tua with Tyreek Hill, an MVP candidate wide receiver. You know the motherfucker ain't win because they ain't gonna get the wide receiver MVP. Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert leading the league in rush touchdowns. You look at what Cam did with less, and he still was winning. He still was an MVP with less. That's why Cam's looking at it like that. These dudes are just giving the ball to people that are great. What Cam did in Carolina, bro, real talk, that shit was Superman shit, and that's why he did that when he scored. Cam is looking, it's very myopic, because he's looking of it of, I was a better quarterback than you guys. Y'all have better numbers because y'all have better people around you. This is why Cam.
No, that's a fair point.
I don't disagree with any of that.
That's a fair
They
point.
went from the number one pick to playing in the Super Bowl in like 3 years. Like
Yeah, I just think that Cam Newton needs to stop talking sometimes. Oh, but I think that about a lot of people.
A
I was gonna say,
lot of people in the
you
media
can say
need to
that
stop
about
talking.
80% of the people that talk about
But
fucking
if Micah
football,
Parsons doesn't shut the fuck up, I'm going to fly over there and run him over with a
Perfect
fucking
example.
car. The motherfucker still won't shut up.
Kittle's another one. There's plenty of them.
Yeah,
out there, bro.
I wouldn't run Kittle over with my car. He'd fucking destroy it.
See, no,
He'd pick me up and throw me.
He ain't that big, bro. Relax.
See,
Could
I'll-
you bet up George Kittle?
It'd be a fair fight.
Oh!
It'd be a fair fight. How big is he? Give me the stats. He's only like 6'2", bro. Relax.
George.
Dude.
I love it.
Dude. Let me tell you
love
something. Your boy thick, bro.
Yeah,
boy-
but
your
what
boy
if Kittle
strong.
can fight?
Your boy's strong.
He's 6'4",
Yeah.
250 pounds, so he's 113 kgs.
That's, all right. I'm
George-
6'5", 124. So what?
You know what? I'm coming around to it.
It-
I said the only one I don't believe,
He-
Dan Campbell will fuck you up purely on grit.
Your boy's strong.
I've
Your
seen
boy
you've
thick.
shown the photo. George Kittle was a 2-time first team All Pro.
Fantastic.
Second
Good for
time.
him.
Was he a wrestler in high
Two
school?
times-
I bet you he was a wrestler.
He could have been a
Or he
wrestler.
was an ISIS
That
like
boy
or
from
one of the two.
Ohio. Not Ohio. Iowa.
Same
He's from
thing.
Iowa.
They lift bales of hay and throw it. He's a
Okay.
white guy.
Eat cornbread.
Oh, you know what? I back George. Let's see if Kittle will come down and wrestle you.
Hey, George Kittle.
Get him on. Let's
Open
get him on.
invite.
Let's
in
get
the,
him
off-
on.
in the off season.
That'd be insane. Do you know what would be great? Is to just send,
George v. George. Let's do it.
send clips of George saying he could beat guys up to the guys like Jalen
See if they
and just
respond.
see if they respond
I fucking
going.
love it.
See if they respond
I
going.
love it. Let's
You
do
know
it.
what? Yeah, he did get me.
Hey, George,
Dan Campbell would be like, if you had the fight in you, you might be able to. And he'd go for 20 minutes and you'd be like, I don't want to fight you. You can just be my
See
dad.
those clips from Hard Knocks I'll send you guys through the week, and he's like talking to the players, and look how emotional he's getting.
I
I'm
love
like,
him.
oh my god, I was ready to like.
I can't
flip
believe there
table,
was
bro.
a world where I didn't think Dan Campbell was genuine. When he first started, came with their coach, he did that speech. I was like,
yeah, you thought it was.
It was
very,
the
you
sp-
thought it
it
was
wa-
very cringe.
yeah, it was the spite. It was the what's the word? What's the pessimist? I guess like
Yeah.
the glass half empty person in me. I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
But talking about George Kittle,
Yeah.
don't fly to us. Fly us out to tight end U.
Oh, fly us out. Yeah,
We'll go to
Yes.
tight end U.
yeah, fly us
We'll
out.
report live
No
from
dramas.
tight
Fuck it,
end U.
if he wants a warm up game, I'll have a quick wrestle with him. You know what? Just obviously
Just
wear a
don't-
face mask. Doesn't
just
want to
don't-
catch it.
Just don't get aroused like you do it, bro.
Only the real ones will know what he could catch. All right, what game are we up to? Bucks Lions. We'll talk Lions in a minute, but yeah, Bucks gallant effort.
Yeah.
I said, I don't think they were that good. They caught the Eagles at the fucking best time you could ever catch the Philadelphia Eagles.
No. They were better than
And
us,
they
bro.
and they kicked the shit out of you. Yeah,
They were
but I
better
think
than
if
us.
if you also beat them by 40 in week 2 or something like that.
Yeah, okay, fine. But that
Yeah.
was then. That was
No,
week two.
I agree. I'm saying they caught the
Does it-
playoff team they got to play. They got the perfect matchup.
Yes, they
Like
did.
put it this way: if the Cowboys had got the Bucks in the first round and not Green Bay, they kick the shit out of the Bucks. I believe that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, because I don't think the Bucks.
Yeah,
will.
but if it's some bus with candies and fucking nuts, brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
every day would be Deshaunkerton. It's German Christmas.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Next?
Texas Magic officially runs out.
Can,
We said it. We said about 6 weeks ago that their run was
You
done.
said it 6 weeks ago.
No,
I didn't say shit.
I was about it too.
I was riding them. I was riding them all
when
the
they
way.
missed that field goal, I was off them.
I am just going to say one thing, and this is to our friend Scotty. He'll be on the show next week for filling in for Big George.
For big booster.
George said, no, sorry, Scotty said, what did he say that? You know, underdog about the Niners, the Lions and the Bucks, saying that, you know, I think the Bucks could beat the Lions, and we were like, you know, they're like a 10-point underdog, man. They might be able to fight it, but they're not going to win.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but the Texans were a massive underdog yesterday, and look at them. And it's like, yeah, they lost.
They
They
got
lost by.
smashed.
they lost by 25 points. Like, and then he was like, nah, but they fought. They, you know, it was a closer game than the score. I was like,
No.
motherfucker, did you watch this game?
They lost by 4 touchdowns, bro. What are you talking about?
If it's not for the punt return in the first half,
Yeah,
which,
correct. Yeah, which
and-
leveled the score.
yeah,
Correct.
and the Ravens offense just they were just
fluttering,
not they were
fluttering.
not there in
they
the
weren't,
first
they weren't
half.
gelling. They weren't meshing nicely.
And
not
I
like the
and,
second
and
half.
I believe it was because Lamar hadn't just gone strap the
Yeah,
fuck up, boys.
which
I,
is what
I
he was
got
doing in the
this.
second half.
Second half,
Yeah.
he came out, he looked them all in the eyes, he flopped his cock on the field and went, I got this, boys, don't worry.
But
And he put on a fucking show.
just the little lobs, the little darts
Oh.
through the middle. But also, I love that he's like just like running with it now. Like just
Well,
do
this
that.
is playoff Lamar.
Embrace that. I love that.
It was the same with Josh Allen. He's run the ball. He
Yeah.
averages 5 carries per game in the regular season. Since week 10, he's averaged something like 12.
Perfect.
It's because they're like, hey, game's on the line. We got to
We
go.
got to win.
Yeah.
They actually put more RPOs into the fucking game plan than they needed to do.
Good.
And it was Lamar's
So they
decision.
should.
Do you think that's you watch him a lot more than I have?
Yep.
I think that's the best half of football I've ever seen Lamar Jackson play. I firmly
Yeah,
believe
he
that.
played- he
but
played
you
fantastic.
watched him a lot more. I don't know.
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was.
It's
That
up
second
there.
half, he was,
He was-
untouchable.
He was perfect.
Oh.
He was untouchable.
Actually, no, it's not. His first best half of football he's ever played was against the fucking Miami Dolphins in 2019 when he put up fucking 4 TDs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one too.
Then
Wow.
scored
But that
an-
was the shitty Miami Dolphins. Like, this was a playoff game.
that was still a good fucking defense.
Well,
back
yeah,
then,
but
too.
this
that was
is-
still a good defense.
This is this is playoff football.
Oh, this is-
An
no.
underdog team, you splutter in the first half. I guarantee you went into halftime and was like, boys,
Okay.
I fucking got this.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
He would have looked at
It was
everyone in the locker
it
room
was
and
a
said,
big character arc for him. It's something we haven't seen from him before where because I was thinking, oh
He's
fuck,
gonna fold. He's
they've
gonna
got
shrink,
this
yeah.
punt return, it's 10 all.
Yeah.
The Ravens are struggling. Don't tell me
no.
they're gonna fucking blow this game.
No,
and
no,
then
no, no.
they just whitewashed them.
We were never going to lose that fucking game.
No,
Even
I was
after-
never worried.
Even after that punt return, because their offense did not make it into the fucking red zone.
Yeah, your defense was really good.
Yeah,
Especially
they-
the second half.
They
Second half was
kicked
real good.
a field goal. They didn't score since the fucking what was it?
They scored on like the second drive.
They
a
didn't
field
score
goal.
since the
Yeah, it was a
28.
It was because Nico Collins got he had a really good catch.
That
and
was a
run.
good catch. Yeah, that was a
28
good
seconds
catch.
in the left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was right at the end of the
only
first quarter,
time
yeah.
their offense actually
this
put up
was-
points.
If you take out the fact that the game was 10, if the Ravens had just scored another touchdown in the first half and you haven't got a punt return, no one's saying this was even like it
No.
was. They ran for what 250 yards on him. Yeah, I know
Yeah, something like
Lamar added 100 yards, but that's still fucking yards.
What,
Like,
what do you mean?
like
That-
he's
that-
still-
that-
you
that
still have
counts.
to stop him.
You still, that counts, bro. Like
Like,
fucking other counts.
and he's not playing the fucking the Panthers. Like he's not
No, no.
playing a shit team.
Yeah,
they're
they're a
playing a
playoff team,
playoff
mate.
team.
That's it.
229 was the total.
Yeah.
It would have been about 260, but the last 3, 4, 5 plays, we ran the ball backwards.
Yeah.
We literally just ran the ball backwards.
That's
every
because
fucking
they
play.
forgot the game. They forgot that it's a sport of going forward. That's it happens. Like CTE, man.
No.
Ask Chandler Jones.
Second half, Lamar was basically untouchable.
He went
It was.
16 from 22.
He was. I said he was.
miss.
Other than that throw, and it could have been a game changer. The throw he threw in the red zone to Likely and Petrie, the safety, came off and dove. Like it would have been a hard
Yeah.
pick. If he picks that off, maybe the game's different. But then he learned from that because later in the game, because Likely was like, no, up next time.
Yeah.
And later in the game, he was more covered and Lars just like,
Yeah, threw a nice little lob over the top. Yeah, it was beautiful. Wasn't
cover
it?
him. Cover him. He's 6'8". Fucking cover him.
Likely's fucking good.
Yeah, you get Mark Andrews back this week as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he actually going to come play?
He's
Okay.
off IR. He's
He's been off IR the past.
Oh
2
yeah,
weeks.
you're right. Yeah,
He was a full practice.
I've seen
for
all
4
reports
weeks.
that he's playing, which it makes nothing but better for you. If anything, in your running game, because
Oh, yeah.
Likely's not a great blocker.
No, he's not.
He hasn't got that dog in him like
But
Mark Andrews. You know
No,
why?
But that's when we put Kohler in as well
You know why he doesn't have that dog in him like Mark Andrews?
because he's white.
Because Mark Andrews had to do it the hard way because he's not as athletic. He's a junkyard guy. He's in the gym. He's a rat. That's what you got to do if you're white to play tight end in the NFL.
I love it.
You know,
I love
you got to work your ass off.
Are you doing the league?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any white good player, it's like no, he's the last one to first one here, last one to
He's a
leave.
junk.
He knows everything. He's smart. He doesn't have the athleticism as they are likely.
Problem is, it's actually like half true.
It is in some cases. I don't think in Mark. I think if you put Mark Andrews and Likely up athletically, they're probably pretty similar.
Mm.
Oh, when you took 5 years ago when Andrews was the same age as Likely.
Yeah.
But the Ravens roll.
That second half, they will fucking roll. That second half, if they play like that a full game,
It wasn't even just
ain't nobody beating them. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Not even the Niners. No way.
The Texans did fuck themselves over with the amount of penalties.
They were
giving
atrocious.
up.
They had the most
They were
penalties in a
scared of the
playoff
dark.
game ever.
They were scared of it.
I think for their franchise, but it was like 14.
Yeah.
Like
that's-
Laramie Tunsil, he fucking false started like 4 times.
11.
11 was it? Yeah, he false
Wow.
started like 4 times. It was
11 for 70
unbelievable.
yards is what was accepted.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Like it was.
Yeah, no, they accepted 11. I reckon there was more.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
jumping.
yeah.
It's hard, but I think I've got
Anyway,
one thing to say on the Texans, one thing only, and this is the ultimate compliment I can give you after a season.
play on.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, I
congrats.
couldn't agree more.
Thank you, and I truly believe that Houston are going to rule the AFC South for a few years.
Yeah, they've already
because they
overtaken
have
the
a
Jags.
quarterback going into his second fucking year.
Yeah, rookie
who
deal. Rookie.
looks like he's going to be a fucking stud.
Yep.
Mm.
They have Tank Dell, Nico Collins. Don't have to pay him a lot. They're under contract.
They've got cap too, right? Surely.
Yes, a lot
Yeah,
of it. They've
yeah.
also got a first round. I know everyone's like, oh, they traded away their first round pick. It turns out they traded away the
Yeah.
18th pick and the 27th pick
Yep.
for the third pick,
Oh,
which
wow.
is
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
And they still have the Browns pick this year, which is pick 23 in the
Yeah.
first round.
Okay.
So they
Beautiful.
still have a first round pick.
Yeah, good.
And capital to try and move and get up and get a player. Like I think the Texans are going to be. I'll be really disappointed if they're not good next year. And
I can't see how they won't be though.
no, I think they've got everything. The only thing that can hurt them is if Stroud has a not
What?
Stroud. Is it Stroud? Yeah,
Yeah.
Stroud has a regression, which it does happen in second years.
Check that. That was the 23rd pick.
23rd pick this year, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they got the 27th and the 28th pick to get Will Anderson.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But I just don't see that happening, man. I think
No, I don't
he's
either.
gonna-
I don't know.
I think he's just gonna.
I
keep
think
going.
D'Amico Ryans is the guy too. I think he's a dude people want to play for.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I really do believe.
That'll become a destination club. Like people want
The
to go.
question's
going
going to be is if the OC leaves, which will be you don't want CJ Stroud to keep having to change OCs because what happens with a lot of good young quarterbacks is like Mahomes was lucky. Eric Bieniemy just kept staying. Right?
Yeah.
Now eventually, and he had Andy Reid too, obviously as your head coach, but D'Amico Ryans is a defensive guy. We know that.
Yeah.
If you keep losing OCs because
Well-
your quarterback's so
Well, if
good,
you're fucking Houston, just pay him so he doesn't leave.
I call it doing the Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
For the first 5 years, Dan Quinn was in the Cowboys. Every offseason, they were like, "What's the head coach job? Yeah, we'll pay you that.
We'll pay you whatever it
We'll
is.
pay you to be the DC, whatever that
100%.
is." Now, the
Philly
patience
should
like
have done the same thing. I said that when Steichen left. I
Yeah.
said they should have. That was a mistake.
I
They
think
shouldn't have got rid of him.
I think coordinators are,
It's very
underlooked.
undervalued. Very undervalued.
and also if I'm a really good coordinator, I don't know if I want to be a head coach.
yeah, but a lot of people do for some reason. I don't know.
Well,
why.
they're in the NFL, man. They've a lot of them have played in the NFL. Like they've got that ultimate drive to
Of being a
not
head
be,
coach,
yeah,
Sure.
to be a head coach. But like if I was Dan Quinn, I wouldn't go back and head coach.
Yeah.
You failed once.
Yeah.
Terribly, like the worst failure. Yeah, you got to a Super Bowl, but you had the worst failure in the history of fucking
It
Super
only
Bowls.
looks worse if you get another job and
And
you
fail.
fuck it up again.
Yeah.
yeah, correct.
Like,
Yeah.
it looks worse.
If Snake McDaniels didn't take the Raiders job right, and he's still the OC, and he's still an OC, he
And-
probably just goes under the radar, and no one really cares about
Yep.
him, right? Instead, he goes and does it, is awful again, which prediction everyone fucking knew, but the Raiders. No
Yep.
one was surprised.
Yep.
But yeah, like I think there's something too, just being if OCs, if you're like the NFL now, they make so much fucking money. Just pay these
Just pay.
motherfuckers whatever they want. Be like, do you want to be a head coach or do you want money? Oh,
Yeah, what is it?
Whatever
Is it-
they're paying you to be the head coach.
Is it the
I'll-
money or is it the
Yeah.
title? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Yeah.
I think what a lot of them think is that I could be a head coach better than this head. Like I could go and be the head coach. And then when
Yeah.
you become the head coach, it's like,
Oh, shit.
fuck, man, I
Yeah.
can't even just run the offense anymore. I
No,
got
you
to
gotta do
do everything.
Yeah.
You don't understand the media shit, the
Yep.
media responsibilities you
Yep.
have, the team responsibility. So all of a sudden, if you're the OC, you're not having meetings with Jerry Jones and shit.
Yeah.
You're not having to go and catch up with the player personnel manager and who you're signing and who you do. You're not doing that shit.
No.
But when you're the head coach, you're doing all of it. Plus, you're running the team.
Yeah.
Plus, if you want to be the OC and head coach,
Yeah.
you got to try and do it all, and you can't do it all. And then maybe your offense drops off a little bit. Everyone's like, "Well, fuck, he's the offensive coach. Why isn't he?"
Then you're the issue.
100%. They turn on you. So that's my concern with D'Amico Ryans. If he loses the offense coordinator, I've forgotten his name, but apparently there's a few teams going after him.
Yep.
I would be doing everything to fucking keep
100%.
him with CJ Stroud,
100%.
and I'd be selling it as you're the assistant head coach to me. You run the offense, I run the defense.
Yeah,
Just because
that's
I've got a title that says head coach means
Big fucking deal.
nothing.
We're here to win
It's
football
like
games.
how much money
Yeah.
you want. Apparently, he's getting offers like ridiculous offers.
Right.
I'd be Houston. If I'm Houston, I'm like, here's the money.
Here's the money.
Fucking stay. You're earning as much as the head coach. You're on this. You run the offense. He runs the defense. Go
and
nuts.
win. And let's win games.
I'm wondering if you ever get to a point where you'll have dual head coaches,
Yeah.
where it's like
Like, are you talking like co-managers, like
like
one's
co-managers.
day-to-day, one's big picture?
One's day to day, one's a big picture. George, it's the office.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get to the point where you've got all right. You're both head coaches. He runs the offense. He runs the defense.
Yeah.
and then you come together to do the head coachship. Not the worst idea in the world.
Personally, if it was me, I wouldn't give a fuck about the title. If I'm getting paid what I want to get paid and I can do what I need to do and I can help my team win and I can succeed, I'd be
You
happy
couldn't
with that.
keep a job because you'd be fucking fighting all your players.
Amen to that.
You'd be like, "What'd you fucking say?
All right, let's wrestle.
What'd you say, Von Miller? Let's fucking go
Let's
right
go,
now."
Let's wrestle.
All right, is that all the games?
Yeah, that are all the games. Yes.
To the previews. All right, and do you know what the saddest thing of everything? I'm going to break you guys' hearts right
Oh,
now.
here we go.
There's 3 NFL games left until September.
Oh, I don't think that's sad. I think it's very exciting.
Fuck you, George. It's sad as shit.
What do you mean for? We got the Pro Bowl. We got
Oh,
We
Pro
got
Bowl's
Blacks
not
versus
real.
Is the Pro Bowl even a game anymore?
it's flag.
It's still flag. Yeah.
So what do the O-line and D-line do? They get to play?
No.
Like you get Zach Martin snapping the ball and running some crisp routes out there? Or what do they do? They just go on the sideline and push each other?
Talk shit. Yeah. they're down in the corner.
See what I
doing
mean?
indie.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Down to an indie.
That's fucking. That's funny. That was funny. Bro.
Fucking hell.
Well done.
I'm sorry for the people that don't get that, but
I-
that is
we-
very fucking good.
We get that, and it's hilarious. Well done.
Fuck
Well done, Brock. 3 votes.
me,
Brock.
broccoli. That's
Three votes. Brock.
First, you got one-on-one
You know
rush day. Then you got one-on-one pass.
then extended indie while we do tackle circuit.
Then you can hit the sled if you want to do
You know
that.
what? And then after that, haven't got enough for team. Extended indie. Why don't we just call training indie cunts? Anyway, I'm getting off topic.
Indie what?
Very
Indie
much off.
cunts.
Very
Oh,
much
okay.
off topic.
Okay, conference championship games.
Lions 49ers.
Start Lions 49ers.
I think the Lions can realistically win this game. I think they're not based on what I saw on the weekend. The Niners are gettable, man. Niners are
I think
gettable.
the Niners are gettable.
I think if they can get their running game going,
Is Debo playing, Brock? Look it
I'm
up.
checking that up now.
thought
if
it would be.
the Lions can get their running game going, Gibbs is a stud, bro. He's so good.
They've got him listed as questionable.
Gibbs is really good. Like even just like
I think
catching out of the
Debo
backfield
plays.
and all that.
Oh, Gibbs is a fucking stud. That touchdown he ran on the
Yeah.
2nd and 2.
How good was it, bro?
That safety was 30 yards deep on him and still couldn't cut him off
Yep.
at the angle.
Yep.
Like unbelievably athletic. And then Montgomery's been a really good 1-2
Yeah,
punch
I agree.
with him.
So,
My concern with this game, and I've got
update on Debo real quick. 2 days ago,
yeah,
no fracture in his left shoulder, still in pain. Status to be confirmed.
He'll play.
He's
there'll
questionable.
be a lot of this.
Jab him up.
This
No
week,
fracture,
this,
he'll play.
this week could tell us a lot about Debo Samuel.
In terms of if he's good, if
he
he's
plays
going to
through.
nut up, if he's going to nut up and play.
Because if he's got no break and it's like, yep, you got to play through pain, they jab him up and he gets out there and fucking fights, I'll respect that. If he's just like, nah, I'm not playing.
Good
As if he's not
NFC
gonna play.
chip. NFC championship game, you're playing. Mate, he's got guaranteed money. What the fuck he can?
No, but good fucking for next week though as well.
You still got to win though. You can't just think about next week.
I know you
gotta
still got.
win.
I know you still got to
You're
win.
right. It's a tough decision because if you play and you win and you get hurt again, then you can't play the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you still have to win the game to make the Super Bowl.
I agree.
And the Lions aren't going to roll over.
I'm risking it. If I'm him and I can play, he'll play. He'll play.
Jab me up, bro.
It depends
I'm
how
playing.
effective it'll be. I've got a theory on this game. If it's a close game, Lions win.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they have so much belief and fight right
Yeah,
now.
I agree.
I can't remember a team like this that's got the whole world's around them. Like
Everyone other than Niners fans are rooting for him.
I think everyone but Chiefs and Niners fans are rooting for Ravens and Lions.
Oh, 100%.
Everyone wants a Lions-Ravens Super Bowl.
That'd be unreal.
It'd be the fucking best.
Yeah,
It'd be great. I don't
agree.
want the Chiefs or
Nah, fuck the
49ers.
Chiefs.
Because I want to laugh at the 49ers again because they've gone longer without winning a Super Bowl. Oh, we made it into championship games. Yeah, you fucking lost them.
Yep.
Cunts.
And we're their neighbours.
Respectfully.
No. Disrespectful.
No, so I think if it's a close game, the Lions win.
Yeah, I agree.
But I've also got this. So that's my gut telling me that, right? But my head is telling me that the 49ers have been the best team in the NFC all year. The Lions have a crappy defense, if we're being totally fair about the Lions.
It's mediocre at best.
It's a mediocre with a couple of good players like Aiden Hutchinson.
They can get pressure, though.
Agreed. They can. They can do something, and they can get turnovers too, whether it bounces off a
Right.
guy's chest to
Yeah, but it
CJ
doesn't matter. It's still a
Johnson.
fucking turnover.
Turnovers
They
are
don't draw
turnovers.
pictures. They just write turnover.
Yes. So I think that's very good.
They don't draw pictures of what happened. They just write turnover. Yes.
They don't write on the play-by-play. Bounced off Kate Otton's chest for 15 yards straight to Gardner Johnson,
Straight up in the air and landed in his
who
lap.
then threw it into fucking.
All they write is
Baker's
CJ
face.
Gardner Johnson interception. That's all they write.
I hate that. I want pictures,
Oh,
like a coloring book, so I can color in after.
But you get my point, though,
Yes,
right?
I
It doesn't
do.
matter. They make things happen.
Yeah, but I think there's something telling me that the 49ers could just, if the 49ers play their best and just come out, the Lions can't get momentum.
The
they
worst-
just play
the
their
worst
best,
thing that
they
can
will kick
happen-
the shit out of the Lions.
The worst thing that can happen is 2 or 3 and outs for Detroit, and then San Francisco drive the field twice and score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's it. It's game over.
Because I think the Lions have fight and the game needs to be close.
Close. It's
And
gotta
I
be
don't think the Lions can, if the Lions blow them out and win big, I'll be fucking
No, I
shocked.
don't think that can happen.
I don't think that
No.
happens. I think the realistic thing that happens here is it's close, it's tight, and the game's won on a turnover late.
The only way that it can be a blowout is if San Fran blow out.
Yes,
Detroit.
I think San Fran, and they could do that.
It could easily
But
happen, especially
I
at
said,
home. Especially at home.
my head is telling me Niners. My head is just telling me that. But are you just sending? Oh, is he?
No.
Everyone, I'm going to find that tape there. What time are we? 57:05.
Just send a couple snappies. Let it be.
He's sending a Snapchat. He's going already. Look how ready he's
Get out of
going.
it. Keep,
Look
keep
how
making your point.
shy he is.
Making your point.
Who am I?
That's exactly what he did too, by the way.
Fucking kids.
Such a homo.
Fucking kids these days. He could never beat up George Kittle like you and
Never.
me.
Like never. I bet you George Kittle ain't said no gay Snapchats like that.
I
George
bet he
Kittle
is.
definitely
I bet he is. What's he, 26? He's definitely doing it. Yeah, that guy said, but he's sending him to like 80 different women
Yeah.
who actually all want him.
Shout out.
Brock might have 2 or 3 that want him.
Wait. So women want the tall, rich, handsome athlete. Oh, wow.
He's 30.
Actually,
White.
I was going to say white, but
athlete.
I reckon a few of them want ones from the other team too, I'm pretty sure.
It's all good. Whatever.
Whether they say it or don't say it.
If they're rich and handsome, it doesn't matter, bro.
Yes, true. It's only the quarterbacks have to be tall, white, and handsome, and guns.
And gunslingers.
True.
No. So I think Detroit need to keep it close
Yeah.
to win.
I think so too. Brocky, who you taking?
Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit too.
Team of Destiny.
Because as I said, this is purely gut. I just
Based
feel
on-
like
based on what I saw, like the Packers had no business being in that game, and they were fucking in it up to their eyeballs.
I also think Jordan Love is really good.
Oh, I
Like,
agree.
better
Yeah.
than Jared Goff.
Like
I think he's
that's why
really
such a good season for the Packers, because not only have they over exceeded their expectations, but they've worked out, they've got their QB1. That's worth gold, bro.
Again.
Yeah.
Good
on them.
Maybe teams should follow this model.
Of sitting
Well,
your quarterback
If,
instead of
if,
throwing
if,
him to
if,
the fire.
if you have a veteran quarterback,
Draft a quarterback.
drafting
Yeah.
him, sit him there for 3 years and just explain, hey, your time's going to
I've
come.
got no issue with that. I think it's a great idea.
They've done it twice now.
Rather than drafting a young guy in the first round and then throwing him to the fucking Wolves.
And then give him to the Jets when he's old and finished and let him tear his Achilles or lose you an AFC championship
Then
game.
let
Like,
him go
fuck
play
it.
with the Vikings.
Yeah, fucking Rodgers.
And the only reason they
Rodgers
lost,
will play for the
the only
Vikings.
reason the Packers lost that game was because a young, inexperienced Love rolled that
agree.
right, and he threw that bad pick
was
thrown across his body. It was a terrible
That's-
pick.
it was so-
Should have never thrown that ball.
We didn't even say it was one of the worst picks I've ever seen. It was so
It was
bad.
terrible. It was terrible.
So bad. It wasn't even a good read by the Dre Greenlaw. It was as if Dre Greenlaw was like, what the fuck?
Oh
is that
shit! It's
thing?
coming to me.
And then like Warner's behind it, getting it.
Yeah.
Like if Greenlaw didn't get to it, Warner's like, oh, I've got
terrible.
this. Like, it was awful.
Throw it out of
That you know what
bounds.
that was? Pressure on a young kid.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's a
Trying to
young,
make it.
inexperienced guy.
Yeah.
So
I also think like the Niners in this game, if McCaffrey gets going and if the offense is humming, I don't know how Detroit keep up.
how they
If
stop
it
him, that's the
becomes a
problem.
shootout, I
Yeah.
don't know how
Yeah,
Detroit have a
that's true.
shootout
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Because
No,
the
they
difference
can't.
between
They can't.
Detroit and the Niners are offensively, they're both pretty good, right?
Sure.
Ra St. Brown, Deebo Samuel, McCaffrey, Gibbs, and Montgomery together. Like
Sure.
they've got the O line, both O line. Like I would say the Lions O line's a little bit better,
Sure,
but
a
they're
little bit better,
both
yeah.
fucking really good.
Both got good run games.
Both good rank. They both got quarterbacks who rarely don't turn the ball over a
and
lot
make good reads.
and
yeah.
make good reads, can throw it, can
Yep.
play in situations. Like they're smart. So both got good tight ends, like the Laporta and Kittle.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they're very even offensively. If this was
Sure.
just a flag football game or an offensive game, it'd probably be really close. The difference
But
in the game is
yeah.
the Niners are a fucking
Much better
good defense.
defense. Yep. Yep.
They got Nick Bosa, they got Chase Young, they got Armstead, they got Hargrave. The defensive front is fucking
I think it's
stacked.
going to come down to who can get pressure.
Greenlaw and Warner. Like Greenlaw is slept on. He is one of the best linebackers in football.
Yeah,
It's
he's
only
good. He's
because
very
he's next to Fred Warner that he doesn't get the respect.
Sure.
Yeah.
As a duo, though, they're probably
They're probably the best. They're probably the
Yeah.
best linebacker duo. So the defense is the difference in this game.
Whoever gets pressure on
Yeah.
on the opposing quarterback will win the game.
And as much as my head's telling me it's going to be the Niners, I'm going with my gut on this one. And
Yeah.
I'm saying the Lions win it. And I don't know how, and I don't know what's going to happen. Something might go their way. Some crazy shit. They'll get a punt return for a touchdown. Something will happen. I just think it's a
they're
destiny.
They're a team of destiny.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Like if you're,
And I
if-
hope so. I hope so. Because
I think, and this is actually no disrespect to the 49ers. If the 49ers win, like I think it's probably the if
I-
49ers and
for
Ravens
the record,
win. I
I
think we
picked
get
them to win the NFC.
Yeah,
So,
I think if we get 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl, it's probably the best two teams.
it is the
definitely.
best two teams.
But if the Lions get there, fuck man,
It'd be fun. It'd be
It'd
fun.
be so good.
It'd be fun. I
Even
agree.
you'll be a little bit upset if
Oh,
they
no,
beat
really.
you if you can beat the Chiefs, which is next.
Let's talk about it. Chiefs, Ravens, 7 a.m. for us here.
That's it. That's at M&T, right? It is. Yeah. Okay.
And it's at the bank.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're the 1 seed, George,
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
So
all right.
Steve Smith's going to have to come to Baltimore. We'll take it to.
she's gonna
Timmy
get
Steve
robbed.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Good.
She's going to get fucking hit up on
Good.
Pratt Street.
someone with a BMX gonna run her over.
Good.
You're stealing my jokes now.
So
Hey,
I hope the Bills. You know how
Where'd
the
you say
did
it?
you see that story? How the Bills turned off the hot water in the Chiefs
Oh,
in the
that's-
Chiefs locker room.
did you see that?
I
They
hope-
turned off the hot water.
I hope the Ravens turn off the fucking cold water too. Fuck them. No
Turn
water.
off the water.
No water. Sorry, mysteriously is not working.
I'm actually
Throw 'em in the
talking
inner
to
harbour.
two Ravens fans this week because your hatred for the fucking
Correct.
Chiefs, you're all Ravens, aren't
Correct.
you?
Yes.
Like, I'd say I am too. I want the Ravens to win.
Yes.
As much as Mahomes, like I said, this is the
I'm
issue.
sorry,
and
I'm sick of the Chiefs. I can
But
fucking suck my dick.
this is the issue I have with, right, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think the Ravens are a much better team. Much better. They're well-rounded. They're strong in almost every area. They run the ball well. They throw the ball well. They've got a quarterback who's the most dynamic quarterback in the NFL. Whether you think he's the best or not, he is the most dynamic. And
he's when he's playing his best, he's basically unguardable.
I agree. And they've got great receiving, great depth at receiving. They get Mark Andrews back. They've got Isaiah Likely. Like, they're stacked. Defensively, Roquan Smith, I think, is the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
He won't win it, but he fucking should.
Mhm.
And he only isn't winning it because he's not a DN.
And he's standing next to Patrick Queen, who's also
Who's a very,
fucking
very good
smart.
player. And you get Humphreys back this week.
Humphrey's hopefully back this
Yeah.
week. Come on,
Yeah.
Hamilton in the fucking at safety as well.
Hamilton's
Yep.
so good.
The secondary,
Millette fucking run around at nickel. Just
Yeah,
fucking-
where did that motherfucker come from?
he fucking
He
quit.
dog.
He quit.
He's so good.
Hey. And we've bred the lead here. Fucking Zay Flowers. What a stud. What a pick that was, man. He's so
I couldn't even tell you the wide receiver rookie stats this year. I know Puka Nacua had a massive year. If I had to pick any rookie wide receiver,
It's Zay Flowers.
this might be
bro.
crazy, but I'm taking Zay Flowers.
Oh,
He went over
Because
because
his
That's not crazy at
ceiling
all.
is so
it's not
fucking
crazy
high.
at all. The guy's a fucking stud.
Like Puka had an amazing year, but I feel like Puka's
That's it.
ceiling
Yeah,
is
yeah.
his ceiling, and it's a very good ceiling.
Sure.
But I feel like Zay Flowers is like Tyreek Hill, CD Lamb,
Yeah,
that sort of ceiling, like
echelon, yeah.
best offensive player in football
Football.
sort of
Yep.
ceiling.
Yep.
Now whether he gets it or not, it's another story. But here's
But
my
he has the
qualm.
potential though.
Great.
858 with his receiving yards this year.
Here's my qualm, right,
Qualm.
with this game.
Qualm. Good word.
So qualm is a troubling thought, I believe.
Brilliant word.
My qualm is on the other side of the field. Yes, and I was talented.
But they
agree.
go, fuck.
They got Patrick Mahomes, and I trust me. I'm Team Ravens. If you got a jersey, I'll wear it. Wear that jumper we bought at the fucking nightclub. That night.
Good
I'll wear
Good
it.
jumper.
But I am.
Good jumper.
My head is just like, this guy has entered a level now where how the fuck do you bet against him? The Chiefs have no right to be in this game.
I said
No,
this
they don't.
week 18 when we did our fucking playoff predictions. I did not want to fucking face the Chiefs at all
Yep.
for the one reason. It's Patrick fucking Mahomes.
You said it
Jr.
last night. I said, surely you prefer the Bills. And you were like,
Yep.
100%
Absolutely.
prefer the Bills.
Can't stand this
Because
bastard.
I said,
Can't
It's,
stand
it's
him.
Patrick Mahomes.
you know what
Jr.
he is? If we'd been speaking to you 10 years ago, you'd be saying the same thing about Tom Brady.
Yeah, and I was.
Exactly. He's entered that level now of he can win at any fucking
Yeah, I
point.
know.
It doesn't matter.
Kills me.
And that, like, Brady was winning with fucking Troy Brown as his number one receiver, and he was winning with fucking Edelman as number one.
Yeah.
He was winning with Amendola. He
And
was
Moss.
winning with Randy Moss.
Yep.
He was winning with fucking everyone. It didn't matter because he was the common
He was the
denominator,
guy.
right?
Yep.
Mahomes is in that. 6 seasons, 6 AFC championship games at a minimum. He's lost 2 playoff games in 6 years.
Yeah.
One was in the Super Bowl. I couldn't remember who the other one was, but I think it's Peyton Manning. I reckon he lost the year
like
Denver won it.
in his first year.
Nah.
In his first year.
I can't remember his other playoff loss. I want to remember. Look it up because I want to remember who it was. I know Tom Brady beat him when he was at Tampa Bay.
I
In
think
fairness,
no,
Tom
I
Brady
think
might have beat him when he
I
was at
think
the
it's
Patriots.
Tom Brady twice.
He beat him when then they went and beat the Rams.
Yeah, it's the only person.
Yeah, it might have-
only
I reckon
quarterback
it was-
lost to twice.
Was it Mahomes' first season as starter? Yeah, because remember they threw the ball to Tom Brady and he dropped it. They did the.
They did the Philly special.
No, that was or maybe
I reckon
No,
that
they
was
won
the
that
game.
game. that was against the fucking Rams. That was
No.
Oh, okay.
Remember when they threw the ball to Tom Brady and he dropped it? No, you're right. It was Tom Brady against Rams because it was Jared Goff. It was I can't remember now.
Anyway,
Big
Your
Dick,
point.
Big
Nick
Dick Foles. That's who they try to do the exact same fucking thing.
Nick Foles beat. That's right. Then
Yeah,
Nick
the
Foles did
Philly
the Philly
special. Yeah,
special, and then the Patriots tried to run it, and Brady dropped it.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, Nick Foles got a bigger dick than Tom Brady. Also, never seen a video of Nick Foles making out with his son, so he's one up on old Braid Dog. I might go into his thing on Saturday, and if they give a question to the crowd,
He kissed his daughter goodbye on the lips, bro. What's
his
wrong with
son.
it was his son with
All
tongue.
right. His son. No, it wasn't with tongue.
I don't know, man. It was open mouth.
It was a long
Stop
kiss.
slandering
I want
the
to go
bloke.
because Tom Brady's in Melbourne right now, and he's got his thing in Crown on the weekend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Are you going to go see Tom Brady? They're only $500 a ticket." I'm like, I want to hear Tom Brady talk. I will
He-
go on Google and hear him fucking talk. I
He-
don't need to pay
he-
$500.
He lost to Joe Burrow.
Oh yes,
Yes.
and then they went and lost to the Rams.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. But anyway, Patrick Mahomes entered
Your
that level
point,
now.
your point, as unfortunate as this is,
And-
your
and-
point is valid.
And Tom Brady as well. Yes.
Yeah, there is 2 losses.
Yes.
It's valid.
That's what I mean. And this is what scares me. Trust me, I want the Ravens to win. I think they're the better team.
I
think
hope-
if the Ravens get into the Super Bowl, it's a better Super Bowl. But at this point, how do you fucking bet against Patrick Mahomes? I don't know how you do it, and I can't explain
I
it.
hope the Ravens just go out there and, like I said, run the ball for fucking
Fuck 'em.
300 yards and just run completely up.
I
the
actually
ice.
think that's the recipe.
It is.
I
It
think,
is a recipe.
I
That's
think
what I'm
they
saying
need to
it.
score a lot of points slowly.
Yeah, so he doesn't have time with the
Because
ball.
I can
That's what
tell
I'm
you,
saying.
we talked about Josh Allen earlier and the yards per play. That was their plan. It was
You're
like,
just
we got to score
Don't let Mahomes
points,
have the ball.
and then it didn't work because every time Mahomes was on the field, he's like, bang, 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 touchdown.
Touchdown.
Like, it was fucked. Mahomes, he's unbelievably good.
Fucking
I think when it's all said and done,
Shits me so much.
the ratings
So
in
good.
NFL history will be Taylor Swift, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's up there.
Taylor, stop it, bro.
Hey, Karma's a guy, man. You know who he plays for? The fucking
He's on the
Chiefs. Hold on, who am I?
And also the
Taylor
script.
Swift's high.
The script probably also says that they
Oh,
need to make the.
I
they need
love
to
the
make
script
Super
shit.
Bowl.
I love the script
How
shit.
good is it, bro?
It makes it the one you said the other day where the defender, like, what the fuck was the
Did you
defender
see that?
doing?
What was he doing, bro?
It's called CTE, guys.
I
Like a
actually,
tackle, bro.
I know what he was doing. I see it in GV all the time. It was trying hard without having to tackle the big guy that's going to
yeah.
fucking run through.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was like, I don't really want to tackle that dude.
Well,
There's a guy that could
I got
block
blocked.
me. Yeah, it's like,
So realistically, do you think the Chiefs can win?
yes, because of Mahomes. No, do I think they will? No, I think I'm taking Ravens, and I think the Ravens will win, and I want the Ravens to win.
If both teams play their best, I think the Ravens win.
I don't know. I think if Mahomes plays his... No, you're right. If both teams play their best, then the defense is going to make some plays on Mahomes. Like, Mahomes could play really, really well and still turn it over twice against the Ravens D and have some 3-and-outs because they're that good.
And I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball as easy as what they did against the Bills.
Absolutely they won't. They got Big Dog Clowney in there.
Yeah.
Big Dog Jadavian in there
Yeah.
fucking up because the fact that he got 10 sacks this year is outrageous because the way that
Underrated
motherfucker plays
pickup.
against the run is outstanding. He's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, it's a good player, mate.
Hey, he's a mercenary. I don't blame him.
It's actually also the first AFC Championship game in Baltimore since 1970 as well.
Wow.
Everyone out there.
Well, they were the Browns then?
Nah, they're the Colts. Baltimore Colts.
yeah.
The good thing is, right, and this is what's positive for the Chiefs, is that, oh no, it's positive for the Ravens actually. They can turn the lights off at any point they want to get the upper hand.
Well, Beyonce should have won the best video award that year too.
I'm just there's one thing I'm going to say. I'm going to put myself.
fantastic, bro.
I'm going to put myself into George at the moment. George mode. Spanakopita. I could beat up Kittle. Dan Campbell's my bitch. The NFL want one thing and one thing only.
They
Swift, yeah, the Super Bowl.
want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
And it's not even because of Mahomes. It's not even because of Taylor Swift. They need Jason Kelsey in those stands.
Yeah.
Jumping out of the box to drink beer with
telling
fans.
you now, what you watch the reffing on the weekend. I'm telling you, the NFL.
I kind of believe you.
Want the Chiefs.
Where's my
in
tin
the
hat?
Super Bowl?
I'm kind of with you.
Watch
no,
it.
I'm genuinely
Make a
kind of with
note.
you.
I said it on here first. Make a note.
If the game's close, get ready for Roger. Hey,
Yeah, can you just throw a
Taylor
couple-
Swift Super
couple-
Bowl?
couple
think
PI
about it.
couple-
She can jump in at
couple
halftime
dodgy
and
PI
sing with
flags.
fucking Usher.
With Usher.
Yeah, you know. I was gonna say
You watch.
I was gonna say Usher might punch her, but
You watch.
he's not Chris Brown. I got them wrong. If it was, I thought
It's a black R&B singer.
no. I'm just saying that Usher wasn't the one that punched his Rihanna. It was Chris Brown. I got them
was Chris Brown?
confused. The action, not the artist. I know them both.
Punch.
You watch. Make a note. I said it. You watch the reffing. If it
There will
gets
be,
close,
if it's close, there'll be a call, and that's
There
what
will be.
scares me.
there will be.
Anyway, we're all Ravens, yeah. Team Ravens.
I want Lamar to run for 200 yards.
I just
and
want
pass
Brocky's
for
team
another
in a
100.
Do you know how fun next week's going to be if Brocky's team in a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think it's great.
You know, I don't want to fucking watch it with you boys.
They've
though.
been-
No, I'm going to have my own space
been-
at the Sporting Globe Church.
They've been the best team.
I can't have you guys behind me.
They've been the best
Don't
team in the
talk
AFC. They've been the best team in the AFC all year. They deserve to be in the Super Bowl.
Did you see what he said?
No, what do you say?
If they're in the Super Bowl, he doesn't want to watch it with us.
I don't blame
I
him. I wouldn't
can't-
want to watch it with us either.
I'm going to be a nervous wreck.
But when Philly were in it last year, I watched it by myself in my bedroom.
Look, this is something I'll never have to worry about being a Cowboys fan. But if
True.
my team's ever playing in a Super Bowl, I will watch it with everyone, and I will cop
Oh,
every bit of
fuck
flack.
off.
No, I will.
Remember when we had our bullshit little Madden league? You didn't even want to talk over the microphone because you were so nervous, and that was our bullshit little Madden league that we played.
And who won?
You did.
Game respects game, man. Shooters shoot. Go for two with the game tied to win the game, man.
Always.
What do you want from me? Down 35
Always.
zip at halftime.
That's Dan Campbell.
Hey,
Did
what
you
did I
punt?
do?
Did you punt?
Did not punt.
That's just not,
Barra.
Dan
Changed
Campbell.
my whole game plan.
that's an
Second.
option they give you.
Somehow George knew all my plays. Did he play a practice game with Josh Petraka before he played me? Maybe. Maybe. Never confirmed. Did he know all the plays I run? Did it phase me? No. Halftime, baby.
No, he just gave me some advice. He said that you cheese the defense by rolling
Yeah.
it into the pocket and this and that and the other.
Did it phase me? No, baby.
That's called scouting.
Down 28-0 at halftime.
That's called scouting.
Was
That's Bill
I
Belichick
worried?
scouting.
No, that's John Harbaugh.
I can't believe you're
scouting.
getting on me for not talking on the mic when you got tips on how to beat me before you played me. We're both as bad as each other.
Yeah, that's a bit
Yeah,
bad,
but
George.
I own it though.
Yeah, that's true.
I
You're right.
own it.
Yeah, I'd watch this
I know,
Cowboys. The good thing is we'll never have to worry.
Yeah, no, we won't. We won't. You're right.
Like, I would never have to worry
Please,
about this.
I just want to say one final statement. Please, NFL gods, please just give me Detroit versus Ravens and I'll be happy. Please.
It'll be a good Super Bowl too.
It'll be an awesome Super Bowl.
It'll be a couple of underdogs.
Two underdog
and the
tough
Ravens.
teams. Two underdog tough teams
Yeah.
that play they play football the right way, in my opinion.
I also, if it's gonna suck though, because if we get Detroit Ravens, fuck, I don't know who I want the Ravens to. Oh, you know what? I'll be happy either way.
No, I'll be happy either way. That's my
Oh,
point.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I would want the Lions for Jacob Kieran. That's my boy. He's a Lions fan.
He has pretty hair.
He had
When he puts it in braids, I just,
he had the Lions lose on him this year.
as I've said
Yeah,
many
he-
times before, I'm not a gay man, but when Jacob Kieran puts his hair in braids, it makes me wonder
Shout out.
the powerful thing.
It's not even one dick away.
So
at that
are we-
point.
are
No, no,
are-
it's him away.
Are we all on the same page? That we want that.
So who are we all taking Baltimore and all taking the Lions?
Yeah.
I think the Lions. I genuinely think Baltimore will win. It scares me, Mahomes, but the Lions it's a gut call. It's what I want. Fuck the 49ers. Giants aren't around anymore.
No,
They'll find
I
another
think
team.
the 49ers are gettable. They're gettable.
Yeah, I think they are.
They're gettable.
Because you know why? I'm Brock Purdy.
He's
Old
gonna-
small hands Purdy.
Purdy.
Oh, it's raining. I come through.
You're so pretty.
Get bigger fucking hands, Mr. Irrelevant.
Why are
Fuck
you hating on him?
I don't know.
It's
He's
right.
really done some things to me. I loved that guy last year. I'm like, what a story.
Pick 200, bro. Like, come on.
I don't know, man.
Just let the kid play.
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
You know what's wrong with me is that it's unfair for a motherfucker to dump it off to screens and get 80 yards from him.
Hey, I'd love to know how many of his passing yards are yak yards. I'd love to know that stat. I'd love to know.
Surely. Oh,
I'd love to know because I reckon it'd be fucking half. It'd be half for sure.
I can't tell if Brock's getting on to look that up or to do a Snapchat. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find that and fucking get you, dirty little dog. Better have been a girl and not your brother.
No, it wasn't my brother.
While he's looking that up, everyone, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, we love you
I
all.
forgot how to spell Brock for a second. Boys.
It's BROCKY.
Double okay. That's it.
ILLOI.
Yep.
Broccoli. Make sure you go to our socials, tune in anything. If you listen to the podcast and want to watch it, it's on YouTube,
On
so you
YouTube.
can see all
You
our
see my
dumb
fat-
shit we
you
do.
See my fat head.
Do have a fat head, but it's a nice head.
It's proportionate to the rest
It's
of my body.
aesthetic, yes.
So he's had 4,280 yards passing this year.
Yep.
Mm.
2,054 yak.
Didn't I fucking tell you? Half?
Half his yards are yak.
Half.
Can you just go to like another quarterback quickly and give me a
Give me a name.
Who's-
Give me a
who's
quarterback.
number
name.
two?
Go Prescott. Go Prescott because he's had a lot of yards this year.
Dak Prescott, Vance passing yards.
This is wild.
Yeah.
How have we not thought about looking this up earlier? Fuck Brock Purdy. I'm off him.
Uh,
I just want to know if that's common.
Dak 4,500.
Yeah.
Yak 1,900.
Okay.
So that's
It might be kind of standard. Maybe that's.
Still a lot of yards, bro. Yak.
Oh, and I think Prescott's been helped by good receivers this year too.
Yeah.
Like CeeDee Lamb's a fucking animal.
What about Josh Allen?
I've gone to Herbert
Oh, Herbie.
passing.
Speaking of untalented receiver group,
untalented quarterback.
go to Aaron Rodgers.
He's good. You want if they get Harbaugh, that's a big get. Harbaugh with Kellen Moore as the OC, that's good.
So
I don't reckon
Herbert
he'll
had
survive.
3,000 passing yards this year.
Yeah.
1,500 yak.
Oh, so
Yeah.
maybe it's pretty common. There we go. We learned
Pretty
something today.
standard.
So I take back that last fuck Brock Purdy. The other ones I don't take back. The last one for the yak thing,
Just the last one.
I take it back.
All right, cool.
I like you, Brock. But if you want to come on the show, Brock, let us know. Hit us up.
I'm already here.
We're all as irrelevant
Not
as you
Wayne.
were at one point.
We're
We'll
not,
get,
not
we'll
Wellington,
get George
fuck him.
Kittle on, so we'll have another George, and then we'll have another Brock.
Fun fact: if you're wrestling Kittle, right?
Yep.
Do you reckon I could beat up Brock Purdy? Could I beat Brock Purdy in a wrestle?
He looks like a little private school kid, man. Come
That's
on.
what I mean. It'd be a perfect matchup. It's like we'd have to take the silver spoons out, put our mouth guards
He'd
in,
be the sort of
make
kid-
sure our dads were okay with it, and then we'd just be like, "My dad's tougher than your dad," and we'd be yelling
You know
at
what
each
it'd be
other.
like? Remember at school when there was that faggy little kid and you just fucking slapped him one and then he's like, "Do you know who my dad is?" That's it. That's something he would say.
Brock Purdy is the kid that you'd slap, and he'd say, "Do you know who my dad is?"
Yes. Come on. He doesn't tell me he doesn't have that
No,
look about
I thought about it. I'm in.
Shut
All right,
up.
let's get the fuck
Cheers,
out of here.
boys. Peace.
Everyone enjoy. If your team's playing, fucking enjoy it.
Red
Let
Cup
us
betting
know.
Sunday night this week.
What are we doing?
Red Cup betting Sunday night.
In the Globe?
In the Globe. Unconfirmed, but I'll let you boys know.
How the fuck are we going to do it after football?
Oh, fuck.
You dickhead.
Maybe not in the Globe.
Maybe Sunday morning.
All right, work it
Uh,
out. It'll be at
it'll be
sometime
po-
on Sunday.
It'll be posted.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Love you all.
Love you, boys.
Peace out.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. Three amigos ready to run this town. George, man, he's the Eagles' #1 fan. Obnoxious and loud, he'll make you understand. He'll talk smack about every other team, but deep down, he's just living a dream. Brock, repping the Ravens, always bringing the heat with analysis that's so on point and so deep. He knows the game inside out, no doubt. Just don't get on his bad side, he'll call you out. J.A., the awesome guy, keeping it real with his charm and wit. He's the real deal. He'll bring the laughs and the knowledge too. The perfect balance, make the show go, go. Welcome to the Ball Studio, where the fun begins. George, Brock, and Jay talking NFL with their friends. So grab a drink, sit